Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and to my Garden Tour Saturday. This is hosted by Grandma Sandy and co-hosted by Suffolk Susie, Pat's Garden Life and Growing on Vancouver Island. Here's what's happening in our garden in the middle of October. Well, as you can see, it's a gloomy day. We have had some sunshine, but the weather now is more changeable. It's quite cold today too. It might rain later. It feels like it's got moisture in the air. So over here is my lovely cut and come again lettuce. That's done really well. Some of it's now ready for picking. You've got the lovely oak leaf here, which is one of my favourites. And then the rose bushes, they're in pretty good nick. They have been sprayed with my usual fairy and water solution. And here is one of our amazing lettuces. And we've got some tomatoes ripening here. We always use the barbecue. It's got an old door on top as a place for ripening things. I love these tiger stripe ones. They're really lovely. This is the rose bush that was on Dan's great-great-grandmother's grave. As you can see, it's made a full recovery. It's looking really healthy. In the next 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be ready to pot up. Always do your potting of roses in the dormant season if you possibly can, although it's not always possible, especially if you buy them in the summer from the garden centre. They might need doing straight away. It depends on the size of the pot. This is the olive tree. It's looking nice and healthy. This, of course, is our English lavender. I did harvest some recently and I'm drying it out. I love lavender flowers. Great for making lavender bags. And just over the back there is the rosemary. In fact, I think I'll probably trim back the lavender bush. It seems to need it now, so I'll do that over the next day or two. I'm still going easy on the gardening because of my back. I'm recovering, but it's a bit of a long one, this one. So it's lasting longer than usual. That's the lovely blueberry bush. We have had some quinces. Most of them this year didn't go bad on the tree. I had a couple that did, but most of them are beautiful. We'll probably get more fruit this year. It was heavily pollarded, of course, early in the year, so the yield is low, but all the better for it. Still got a few ripening there. I have made a batch of quince puree. I did want to make membrillo, but occasionally it just doesn't set. I don't think there was quite enough water for the amount of puree, but it's all been canned, it's all sealed, and it's nice added to desserts or served alongside meats and cheeses. It would probably go well with roast pork as an alternative to applesauce, or perhaps sausages. We have things growing in here. I'm not sure what. I think it's potatoes, but Dan hasn't labelled anything up. Must make a note, Dan, label up. Here we have some tomatoes. They're still growing and cropping. I've been lopping off a few tops because there's quite a lot of flowers. There's some there too, look, so they can go. You want all the energy to go into ripening those fruit now. Those ones over there we're actually going to put in the greenhouse. They're still growing. Hopefully the shock won't disturb them too much. But they're not quite ready and we're a bit concerned that they're not going to ripen before the frosts. Here in Thanet we tend not to get any frosts until about November, but like everything, you can never be sure. And these are some other things we're growing. Mainly things like parsnips, turnips, that kind of thing. The radishes haven't done much. We don't seem to have much luck with radishes. It must be something to do with the soil. We used to be able to grow them at one time, but we don't seem to be able to do that anymore. There's a lot of weeds. It needs digging over. I have done some weeding over here. Look where we had the fennel, which are now out. Some bolted, and we did use some of the funds, but there's just too many. We did sell some, of course, as well. We probably won't grow fennel next year unless the weather is a little cooler. We weren't able to eat that many of them before they bolted. We were away when they bolted because the weather down here was a lot warmer than where we were. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I've done some weeding around here. There's still some more to do, but I'll be giving that a little bit of a go. Hopefully you'll remember. This is, of course, the younger of our rhubarb plants. It's gone absolutely bonkers. We're actually going to be splitting the crowns up again this year. We'll be selling them at the indoor car boot sale in early November, along with the daddy, which is also big. There he is, look. Of course, we will also have to leave ours uncut next year. Always leave them uncut in the first year for them to become established and to rebuild the strength if they have been split. Look at the lovely strawberry plants. They'll be okay for next year. They recovered well. And our lovely lettuces. Look at these. As you can see, we have got some pellets down. These are humane ones. They won't endanger wildlife. They are suitable for organic gardening. We had no wool pellets left. This is all we had. I will be getting some wool pellets from the garden centre this week. These are the sweet potatoes. They've still not died back. They're still growing. We've got two plants, a little one there and the one in front. We will be covering them over with fleece just to give them a chance to die back and to protect them from any incoming frosts over the next week or two. I have used the water from our rainwater butt a few times because it was overflowing. We had that much rain earlier in the week. We had, I think it was Storm Amy or whatever storm it's called, which was rattling all night, raining all night. It had rained in the day, torrential. The birds have been out here a little bit, although not much with having 3 cats, but a little bit. These are the cauliflowers. As you can see, we have sewn the leaves together. This protects the curds and helps them to grow, and it keeps them whiter as well. You don't have to tie the leaves together if you don't mind not having a white curd. I was downtown yesterday at the greengrocers and there was some with yellow curds, and then there was some with purple curds, which of course I think are newer varieties, although please correct me if I'm wrong. As you can see, the gophers have got to them a little bit. However, I have sprayed them and it has helped to keep that down. We had these mothy type things when it was very damp. We've also done that with our cabbages over here. They're not looking too bad. 1 or 2 yellow leaves. I think it might be time for some plant food again. We do them fairly regularly when they start growing, just to give them that extra strength. We haven't got much in the greenhouse, but I will show you our broccoli seedlings, which I'm very pleased with. They have been cold stratified, the seeds. Dan's been bringing them on a little bit, as have I occasionally. We're just waiting for the true leaves to arrive, and then we can plant them out. We need to do it before the frosts set in, and then they will also be covered with fleece to protect them. So here's our shed. There's our spray here. As you can see, I'll just open it up for you to have a look. Aren't they splendid? We've lost a couple. The problem is we're in a very humid climate and seedlings do tend to damp off sometimes. But all in all, I'm really pleased. It's very still today, but quite peaceful. So this is where I leave you now, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. It's really important now to at least like my videos so that they reach the algorithm and can get out to more people who might like to see what I do. Please comment. How's your garden going? Do you take part in Garden Tour Saturday? Is that something you would like to do? If so, all you need to do is write in the description somewhere hashtag Garden Tour Saturday, hashtag opencollab. Remember, it is an open collaboration and anybody can join in. And it would be really cool to see what's going on in your garden. If you haven't got any outside growing space, do you have an allotment? Is there a community garden where you go to? Is there the possibility of growing things, say, on a windowsill or in a window box, or perhaps even indoors? Dwarf beans, for example, will grow well in a pot somewhere indoors. Please share and subscribe if you like what I do. Ring the notification bell, ding, 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 ding. And I will see you again soon for the next one. Until then, happy gardening and bye for now.